afternoon. My name is Nerea Lopez and my partner's name is Monica Martinez, and we're going to talk about fashion design. In this presentation, we will be talking about what is industrial design, what is fashion design, and who invented it. Also, we're going to talk about some fashion designers, which are Vera Wang, Ralph Lauren, and Coco Chanel.
Industrial design. This is a professional service where it is the creation of products or systems to optimize function, and also gives a benefit for the user and the manufacturer, solving problems of the daily life. And well, this is divided into many branches, and one of them is the fashion design. Fashion design is the creation of lifestyle accessories or clothing. Nowadays, this is divided into haute couture and ready-to-wear. Haute couture is like for specific customers. They create the clothing with their sizes to fit exactly the customer. But not everyone can have a haute couture house, because they need to be qualified as that. They need to be part of the syndical chamber for haute couture and to present twice a year a minimum of 35 different outfits each time. The ready-to-wear, which is the other part of fashion design, is the standard size. This is suitable for a large production, and this is also divided in two parts: designer creator and confection collections. The designer creator has better quality in the finish, which can make it like a unique design, and they are more trendsetting than haute couture and confection. And these most of the times present a certain philosophy. They are more like they are more for just for selling. And the other part, which is the confection collections, are like the normal, like we can find them in the normal shops. They're more common, and they are just for sale. They don't look for a new point of view in fashion. Fashion design had a first creator, a first designer, who was Charles Frederick Worth. Before him, the clothing was made by anonymous dressmakers, and the standards were like derived from what the royalty wore. Then he opened his fashion house in Paris, and since then it was like the beginning of a new tradition, which is that the countries, the cities have a fashion house, and people will like see a design and put a face and a name. And that fashion designer will be not just for creating clothing, but it will represent a brand. So, fashion design has been transcending and changing while the time passes, and since then, new fashion designers have emerged, and we will talk about three of them.
First of the number one of all designers is Vera Wang. Vera Wang was born in New York on 1949. Since she was very little, she had this entrepreneur like attitude, because she was influenced by her father. Since when she was originally not going to be a fashion designer, her first plan was to be a figure skating sports star. She even was in the Sports Illustrated Faces magazine. She was there, and she was really good, but when she didn't make it to the Olympic team, she decided that figure skating was just not for her. So she decided to lean on the fashion design industry. And she studied in the University of Paris, and right after she graduated, she was hired by the Vogue magazine, and she was an editor for 17 years. Then she just decided to leave in order to create her own designs. She worked for Ralph Lauren during 2 years and then resigned because she wanted to be independent. Finally, in 1990, she opened her first design studio in New York, and it went well. And then she continued to open boutiques in there in New York and in other parts. She specializes in wedding dresses, which are very beautiful. She also, well, there are mainly dresses, but especially wedding dresses, which are really expensive, but very beautiful. And she has won many prizes, including the CFDA, the Council of Fashion Designers of America, Women's Wear Designer of the Year. She has won that 2 times. I don't remember the first, but the second was in 2011. This is the autumn. Like, season, autumn season, one of the autumn season designs of her. It's a wedding dress. And we'll continue with Ralph Lauren. He was born in the Bronx on October 14, 1939. He studied at the University of New York, but didn't really finish it. She started studying business, but left after 2 years. Then he went to war for 2 years, and when he came back, he started working for the Brooke Brothers. And he started designing ties, and he wanted to make ties. So he left the Brooke Brothers and started working in another company. And after that company rejected every single one of his designs that thought they were just not good, he decided to leave and start his own company. Since he needed material, he worked on the Empire State Building, taking rags. He started to take rags and turn them into ties. And well, he started making his ties and selling them into a lot of stores in New York, and even sold 1,200 to a very important guy, and that's where he just went up. And he opened his stores in New York, and then started a new one in Beverly Hills. He had a problem with the neck, style, the whole polo thing, because the Brooke Brothers didn't allow him to take the credit. It was his, but they wanted to take the credit and didn't really let him take. He's famous for that anyway, but they had a fight for that. And well, his clothes are mainly casual, can be formal, but normally they're casual. They are not that expensive, and well, they're for everyone. At first, they only sold men clothes, but after a time, they started to sell woman and child clothes. And he has also many awards. Again, the CFDA award, one in 1991 and one in 2007 for the menswear designer. He also was declared in 2010 Chevalier de la, I don't know how you pronounce it, and I don't want to make myself look stupid, so by French President Nicolas in Paris. I don't know some. And this is the autumn line. It's a designs that came this year. And finally, Coco Chanel. She was born in August 19, 1883. She always liked the fashion, things. Her mother died when she was 8 or 6. They said that she died when she was 8. But later when she grew up, she said that the mother died at 6. And even she says that she was not born in 1883. She said that she was born like a decade after, but well, that's something she said. And well, she mainly is the reason why she is called Coco, or she was called Coco, because her real name was Gabrielle, was because she started a career of a singer, and she sang in a lot of clubs, and the people called her Coco, so she grabbed that nickname. And she was very smart because she needed, money to open her stores. So she was dating. I don't remember the name of this guy, but this guy had a lot of money, so he helped her, with her stores. And later he opened Coco Chanel together with Paul Poiret. When World War I happened, she closed her stores. That's a fact. It doesn't really know why, but it's an important fact. And well, she is very famous also for liberating women from the corsets to make them more comfortable. She was also very famous for these black dresses that look very simple, but they got very famous. And yeah, she was the only fashion designer that was in the 100 most influential persons of the 20th century. People that knew her always said that she was ambitious and determined, and that's one of the reasons she was so successful. After many years, she finally died on January 10th, 1971. And she, as we all know, left a legacy, and well, Coco Chanel is still very famous. And this is the design for this autumn. It's a jacket or coat. It's a coat. It's nice. This one is nice. And for a conclusion, we can conclude that fashion design is a very, very important thing today, because without it, it starts with we would have. Well, it's the reason we have clothes. It's fashion. And it is very important, and the designer, besides every single cloth, it's a great designer, and I think that is something that we should remember. And that's it from us. Thank you very much.
Is there any question?
Do you guys have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you very much, ladies.